Footfall, emphasizing the diagonal with 5-minute horse lessons. In this segment, we're going to analyze the walk, the trot, and then we'll take a look at the lope or the canter, and we'll also take a look at the backup, all highlighting the importance of the diagonal. To begin, let's define that diagonal. A diagonal is a straight line which joins opposite corners of a square or a rectangle. And our horse's feet at the standstill are that rectangle. We'll start with the backup. I want to start with the backup because it's very easy to see the diagonal steps at the backup. And by that diagonal, I mean she's stepping with her white legs, and now her red legs, and now her white legs, red legs, until finally she comes to a halt on all four. And that diagonal is very important for your horse's balance. That's how your horse maintains balance in each gait. Now the trot. The trot has a very distinctive diagonal, just like the backup that we just saw. Here the trot is slowed down to about 50%, and we have a freeze frame here so we can see the white diagonal legs, and then there's a moment of suspension, and then the red diagonals land. So here, the right front and the left hind are on the ground for this diagonal. And on her next step, her left front and her right rear are on the ground for the white diagonal. And then it repeats again. So it goes red and white. And that is the trot. It is the most obvious diagonally based gait. Moving on to the lope. At the lope, or the canter, there is just one diagonal right there with the red legs. So the strike foot is the white foot, the diagonal, and the completion step. The lope is a 3-beat gait with a moment of suspension right there, and then a strike foot, diagonal, leading foot. This is a left lead. It's considered a 3-beat gait. So after the moment of suspension, 1, 2, 3, moment of suspension. Good. Now let's review. First, we looked at the diagonal at the backup. So we've got a red and a white, red and white. And at the trot, we have a red and a white diagonal. And at the lope, we have a red diagonal only, completion step, strike step, diagonal, completion step. And now we're going to take a look at the walk, which is the most difficult gait to analyze. Let's slow the walk down so you can see how Katie's feet are moving here. She's going to step now with her left hind, left 4, right hind, right 4, left hind, left 4, right hind, right 4. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why didn't you put the wraps on her legs like this? Left, left, right, right, red, red, white, white. And the reason I don't leave the wraps like that is because I want you to see how the diagonal works at the walk. Here you see the red diagonal and how now she'll step to the white. And now there's a white diagonal. And now she'll step again to the red. Look, there's our red diagonal again. And then she's going to step again with 2 feet. 1, 2. And there's our white diagonal, red diagonal, and a white diagonal. And again our red diagonal. So even at the walk, you can see how important this diagonal is to the balance and the gait of your horse. One last review. We've got our backup, white diagonal, red diagonal, white diagonal, red diagonal. At the trot, there's the red diagonal, and now the white diagonal. Red diagonal. At the lope, we've got our red diagonal and the completion step, strike step, diagonal, completion step. And now at the walk, again, we've got red diagonal and a white diagonal. A red diagonal, a white diagonal. Red diagonal, white diagonal. And that is Footfall, emphasizing the diagonal with 5-minute horse lessons. You're all done, Katie. Go get a carrot.